Hello everybody, my name is Darby. Welcome to my channel. If you are here for the first time, if you've been subscribed for a while or you've seen my other videos, then welcome back. That is so cool. Thank you so much for being a part of my little YouTube journey, and I hope that you enjoy. Today's video is really just me playing around with some products that I already have, some things that I recently got that I wanted to play a little more around with, or things that I have loved and sort of forgotten about. So if you want to see me dip back into my makeup collection and create this beautiful sort of glam, sort of everyday, afternoon appropriate makeup look, then go ahead and keep watching. If you like this kind of video, go ahead and leave me a thumbs up and a comment below telling me that you liked it. And if you want to, go ahead and subscribe so that you can see all my videos that I'm going to create in the future. I'm really happy with this look. I really wasn't planning on filming today at all. I just wasn't feeling very inspired. And then all of a sudden I got this little spark of inspiration, and here we are, and I'm super happy with the result. So hopefully you enjoy. Let's get into the tutorial. Well, I don't know if it's a tutorial. Let's get into the makeup doing portion of the video. Just straightened my hair, and I'm worried if I push it behind my ears it's gonna get creases in it, but you know what? It's driving me crazy. Okay, I'm just gonna start by putting a little concealer on the eyelids. I don't know where this look is going today, but I want to do something daytime appropriate, but almost a little bit extra, So I'm gonna use a lot of concealer, just prep the eyes, and even a little bit under the eyes as well. And I'll set that with just a little bit of translucent powder. Just the same thing on the other side. And we're ready to go. I think I'm gonna use this ColourPop Sweet Talk eyeshadow palette. This is their pressed powder palette, and I've used this a few times now, and it's so fun. It's so pinky, corally, peachy, and so glittery. So I think we're gonna go in with this today and do something very pinky looking. Taking a large blending brush, I'm just gonna take this first light creamy shade here and sort of sweep that for a little bit of an all over transition shade. This isn't gonna do too much, but it's just gonna give us a nice little base here. Then I'm actually gonna just take this same brush and take this pink shade here. I guess these have names. This is Dream Maker. I'm gonna take Dream Maker more on the tip of the brush this time and put this into the crease as well. And I'm just slowly working this around in little circular motions to buff that out as best I can. I'm just going to add a little bit more of that color just to kind of brighten it up a little bit. I'm really trying to do my eyeshadow in sort of a more rounded shape. So instead of going out really far out here and buffing on the corner, I'm trying to bring it down at the end of my eye more. And I don't know why. I'm just trying it a little bit. It's still going to be nice and diffused. I just think it might be a little bit more flattering. I'm just going to try it out. It probably won't even be that different. Taking a smaller blending brush, I'm going to dip into Meadow here and put this kind of into the crease as well, starting on the outer corner so I can put most of the pigment there. And then sweeping this around. I did not want to film today at all when I got up. This week I just haven't been feeling very motivated or inspired when it comes to YouTube. I've been doing a lot of other things like crafting, that kind of thing that have been getting me really excited. So I just wanted to do that today. But then I don't know why I started watching, well, I'm always watching YouTube videos. So I was watching a video, and for some reason the one I was watching just got me really excited. So here I am. I want to keep this pretty monochromatic. I feel like it's looking a little orange on camera. I'm hoping you're getting the right look with the lighting here. I don't know how to adjust the exposure on my camera or anything, so I'm sorry about that. I'm going to use the shade Garden Date. These do, I feel like, get a little bit crumbly. Not in a bad way because they're still really pigmented, but you do have to be careful to really just press them on the lid instead of swipe, because they are a little bit shimmery, glittery, and a little bit of crumble, a little crumbly as well. But when you're digging into the palette, just be really gentle with it so you don't kick up a lot of that glitter. And I would definitely do your face makeup after your eyes. I'm pressing this all over the lid, and I honestly like it even a little bit up into my crease as well. So I'm kind of putting it all the way up so it's blending right on top of those other shades. I think that looks really cute. I almost want to leave it like that. Is that crazy? That's really cute. I'm just gonna take that first pink shade and just make sure that the edges are buffed out nicely. But I think that's all I want to do right now. Ooh, you know what? Actually, I'm not going to deepen up the crease or anything because I want this to be fun but still like kind of daytime appropriate. So I'm going to take this shade here called Seaside. It's more of a just like a pressed glitter formula, and I'm going to tap this over the top of that shade. Don't want it to change the color so much as just kind of add a little glitter, which it's definitely giving me that. This is so pretty. Yay. I'm not going to let this glitter get as high up into the crease as I did with that shimmery shade, just because for me I feel like that can look a little goofy sometimes. But I am just going to press it all over the lid. It's giving me like wet looking lids. That's so pretty. I am really excited about that. Now I'm gonna wait on the inner corner to decide what I want to do as far as my like face highlighter, because I want it to be very matchy. So I actually think really quickly I'm going to do my brows and my mascara, just my top mascara off camera. Okay, how is everything coming together? I think this is so cute. I feel like the lighting's a little better now too, for you to see the color a little bit better. I feel like I haven't filmed in so long, I like don't know what I'm doing. Anyways, I'm going to take the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear Foundation. I haven't used this in quite a while, and I'm just kind of craving covering up my whole skin and my whole life with foundation. So I'm going to take a few pumps of this on the back of my hand, and I'm actually going to go in with a sponge today, just for fun. Just going to pick up a little at a time with my sponge and start to work this around my skin. If you've been watching my channel for a long time, you know that I go in with a large fluffy brush for the most part with my foundation. I just feel like with a sponge, it takes a long time and you use so much more product than you would if you used a large fluffy brush. Like I can use about a half a pump of foundation and it will cover my whole face. Where with this, I'm probably gonna use like 3 or so, but it's just kind of the mood I was in today, so we're going with it. Wow, I forgot how much I love this foundation. It's so pretty. If you need a good like long wear foundation with a nice natural finish and definitely like medium buildable coverage, this is the one for you. It's so good. Wow, I feel like I look ghostly. Actually didn't use as much as I thought. I still have a ton left on the back of my hand. Let's just take some down the neck just to use it, I guess. Make sure everything matches. Okay, and then I might just kind of layer up some coverage along my jawline a little bit. I really don't feel like I need it, but I have the, what is happening on my nose? But I still have product, so I figured I might as well just use it. Okay, now I'm gonna go in with my concealer. I have this Infallible Full Wear Concealer, which I really like. The shade's pretty light. I don't want to use like too much of this. So I'm just gonna go kind of like right in these little dark circles and use the tiniest amount before we do anything too crazy, and I feel like that will probably be enough. Oh, sorry, my hair. I haven't had my hair straight in so long and I feel like it's just all over me. I have been growing these bangs out for like a year. No, well, almost. Look at this, they've barely grown. I'm so sick of them. I just want them to grow out so bad. This is why I always end up cutting them again. It's because they grow to this length and like I feel like they get stuck here. So it's easier to just cut them again than wait for them to grow out. Oh, it's so annoying. I'm using a little bit of that concealer to sort of clean up the eyeshadow. I'm not trying to get like a super precise line, but I want to make sure that the angle is pretty like uplifted and not super wide. And I'm taking a small setting brush and my Glossier Wowder and just setting that concealer. I'm so sorry about my hair. I had no idea this was going to be so obnoxious. I'm just setting under my eyes and then just right here where I have larger pores because it really helps diffuse everything. I don't know if you can see the difference, but yeah, it's pretty good. Okay, we're gonna go in with some cream bronzer. This is the Neutragena HydroBoost Hydrating Foundation Stick. I thought I finally had it that time. I've said the name like 50 times over, but still couldn't get it right. So I'm gonna take this. This is in the shade Cocoa, and just put some on this little brush here. And just lightly kind of bronze up, adding a little dimension back into the face. I feel like this blends out so nicely. What is that? Did you guys hear that? Is that a person? The weirdest sounds happen outside of this house, I can't even tell you. I'm so happy because it's gotten just like slightly cooler here. So when I film now, it's not as insanely hot. So my makeup doesn't start melting off my face quite as soon as it was. And then I think so that we don't have too much like crazy pigment on the cheeks, I'm going to take Pinched, this Flower Bomb from Flower Beauty. Wait, what is this called? Oh my goodness, I am messing up all the names today. This is the Flower Beauty Blush Balm in Pinched. There we go. I'm just gonna take a little bit of that between my fingers actually, because I feel like this blends out really easily. I kind of do both at the same time. I feel like my dominant hand can kind of guide my non-dominant hand, so then they look more even if I do it like this. I don't know, that's just me. You can try it and see what you think. These have the best finish. Oh my goodness. I forgot how much I love these. These like, it's so perfect. The amount of pigmentation definitely shows, but it also is so thin that it looks like your skin. Does that make sense? Oh, that's so nice. Okay, I think what I'm gonna do now is just go ahead and kind of set down the creams that we just applied, as well as sort of intensifying them a little. So I'm gonna take this Thrive bronzer in Rhea and just lightly sweep that over the contour areas. It's gonna really bronze it up for us. I love this brush, but it sheds like crazy. You guys have any favorite contour or like bronzer brushes? Because all of mine that I've used have good like shape and everything, but they just shed so much. Like this one, oh my gosh, I have hairs all over my face. I am gonna take this one down my neck as well. I didn't really put the cream bronzer down my neck just because that sounded like a lot of work, honestly. So I'll do it a little bit with the powder. I like to connect things back here along the ear. It kind of creates a little bit of a shadow there for me because I do have so much like face right here, if that makes sense. Wow, I forgot how much I love this foundation. I'm in love. The only thing that I do have a little bit is a little bit of it kind of settling into these lines on my forehead, which I actually get that really often, so I'm not super worried about it. I just kind of will, like you saw, just buff it out a little bit with my sponge, and that usually can kind of take care of it. I'm gonna go ahead and use this Burts Bees blush in Bare Peach because I think it'll go along with the whole peachy look we've got, but it's not gonna be like so much color that I'm gonna look like, you know, a crazy clown person or something. Just give us a little something extra on the cheeks. Perfect. I'm going to take a clean brush and just sort of buff out this front part here. Since the glitter on the eyes is a little bit more golden, I kind of want a goldeny highlight. I'm going to use this Wet n Wild loose highlight in I'm So Lit. This is like so bright and blinding. I probably shouldn't use it because it's not like my favorite for everyday because it's so metallic. But I'm going to try just getting like a tiny bit at a time and see if I can make it look a little bit more natural because it's definitely like the color that I like. So I'm actually just going into the lid. You can see there's a little bit of just the leftover color. And I'm just gonna dip in a couple times just until I see a little bit on the brush and tap off the extra for sure so we don't have glitter falling down. And then very carefully kind of pinpoint that right on the highest part of my cheekbones. And it gives it a way more natural look. Just means that I will literally never go through this in my entire life. I like a little bit just right above the arch of my brow. I find especially with really extreme highlights, be very precise in your placement, but also try to start with, you know, very little product and just kind of buff it into the skin. I find that if you swirl it around, it kind of will work it into the skin more and it looks a little bit more like natural and realistic, as opposed to if you just kind of like swipe it on, it looks like just a bunch of like glitter, almost eyeshadow or something, like just sitting on top of your skin. I'm gonna take a little of a smaller brush just to get the centers of my face. Whew. Oh, that was bright. Oops. The one thing I love about this highlighter is applying it on the inner corner, especially if you grab a lot and then wet the brush. It looks so pretty. This just brightens up the eyes so much. Even if I'm really not wearing a lot of other makeup, I usually will do a little bit of that inner corner highlight. I just feel like it brings so much brightness to the center of your face, to your eyes, and just helps, it just wakes everything up. It looks so good. Okay, I surprisingly love the highlight. It looks so good, don't you think? Wouldn't you say it doesn't look crazy unnatural or metallic or glittery? I feel like it looks so good. You just have to be so careful with how much you apply. Okay, I just want the tiniest bit of mascara under my eyes. You could totally skip this if you want, but I feel like it really opens up my eyes. So I always like a little bit on there. If you ever get too much though, or it gets clumpy, I just will kind of take my finger and lightly run over it, and it'll pick up anything extra that's adding too much like volume to those lower lashes so that it looks even more natural. I love this so much. I'm gonna go ahead and use the BFF Lippie pencil from ColourPop and just fill in my lips. Okay, I actually feel like that's a good like contrast because it's a little bit darker and it's a little bit more just kind of neutral nude. I almost want to try this. These liquid catsuits aren't my favorite, but I feel like this color might be really nice. Let's try this and see what this looks like. This just doesn't do much for me. I like the color, so I'm gonna leave it on, but I feel like that's not quite enough. You know what I haven't used in a long time is this Essence Shine 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 lip gloss. This is in Bright On. I really loved this for a long time. Let's see what this looks like. Oh, whoa. I don't want to add any more products, so I'm gonna wipe off the applicator. There we go. I love this. Wow, why haven't I used this in so long? This is so pretty. These are so cool because they're almost like, if you apply a super thick layer, it almost looks like metallic. But that means that if you shear it out, it almost looks wet. Like, I love these. And they smell so freaking good. It smells like candy or something. I can't figure it out. Okay, let me just set my skin. My Morphe setting spray is running really low, so that means that when I spray it, it spurts out like crazy. So what I'm actually gonna do is spray it onto the back of my brush, or what is this, my sponge, and just press it into my skin that way. That way it's not going to get any little like droplets on my skin. If you ever have a spray of any kind, like a finishing spray, setting spray, or just, you know, a makeup refresher, something that you like but you don't like the spray on it, like it's leaving little droplets on your skin, you can definitely use this little trick. Oh my freaking goodness, I have such a mess in front of me, I'm dropping everything. I'm getting so sick of this desk, I really need more space. Okay, I want to give you one little close-up look at my skin right now because it looks really good. I just feel like everything looks pretty freaking perfect. Even like my forehead lines don't have anything settled into them that bad. So yeah, you can see that my skin looks like skin, but pretty perfect. Everything that I used will be listed in the description box below, and if you like this kind of content, I'll link related videos down there as well, so you can check those out if you want to. Be sure to subscribe if you like my content, if you like me and think I'm okay. Oh, I'm just so happy with how this turned out. I really hope that you enjoyed. Thank you so much for being here and for watching, especially if you made it to the end, and I will see you next time. Bye!